What's up everyone, CJ here, I hope you're all doing well. So, as you may have seen through my post updates, I've been having some issues with my rehearsal space / studio. So there was a water leak in my studio. It came from the story above mine. So they're about to fix it, but it's just so annoying because I had to carry everything from my rehearsal space to another space, luckily just next door to my rehearsal space. It wasn't a very far away travel, so to speak. But anyway, I just want to give you a quick update about the situation and how it's going right now. So I'm going to show you my rehearsal space, what it looks like right now. So yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. Yeah, so the water leak came from this pipe right here. And apparently, I mean, I've noticed that it's been a weird, funky smell coming from this rehearsal space. So the pipe up there is connected to a toilet. So that funky smell is basically shit water, really nasty. So the water leak has traveled from the pipe every time someone has flushed the upstairs toilet. Now, the water hasn't run down the entire wall all the time, hasn't been a constant leak, but every time someone has flushed that toilet, you know, a little bit of the water has been seeping out through the wall, through the insulation right here. This is like fiberglass or whatever, and it's just been going through the wall, down this other, you know, insulating wall and hit the floor. So I'm not sure if you can see, but the floor down here is a little bit wet, and the wooden boards, you know, or the plywood or whatever, it's soaked and it's super like wiggly. So yeah, it's pretty nasty. But luckily the carpenters, or you know, the worker guys has been here and removed the wall and you know, put up this ladder. So they checked it out and they're gonna fix it this week. But it's just so annoying because now I had to, you know, empty out my entire practice space and studio. So here's where the drums are usually, you know, placed. I've got this you know, piece of cloth right here still. I might remove that before they, you know, go in here and do their job, because I'm just assuming they have to, like, you know, drill holes in the wall and, you know, saw things off, so there might be a lot of dust. Here's where the drum set usually is. These two chairs were in the practice space I'm going to show you at the moment, the practice space that I'm borrowing right now. But yeah, I got some rugs still here, got a shelf with, you know, there's nothing valuable on here, so I'm not gonna move anything I don't need. Got my electronic piano, the stand, and a PA system. And yeah, so this is what it looks like right now. Usually a very fun space, but now it's just, you know, it smells like shit. Okay, now that you've seen my emptied out rehearsal space, I'm gonna show you my new rehearsal space for the moment. It's a loaner, so I'm not gonna be there for all time, but the sound I'm getting at the moment sounds pretty good, so I can definitely, you know, create some content from there. Just so you know, I mean, your guys are getting a full update on this, but it's been a stressful week with this water leak and the, you know, the move of all the equipment. You know, if you've seen my studio tour, you know that it's a pretty big drum kit, and I've also had another PA system set up down here. I got a bunch of hardware and drum stands. I also got my brother's guitar rig and his amplifier, and my bass player's amplifier here. So it's a lot of heavy lifting, but let me show you the practice space I'm in right now. Alrighty guys, so it's a bit messy in here. I mean, I've just basically put everything in here. Me and my girlfriend helped each other out and just got all the shelves, all the gear, everything in here. So thankful to my girlfriend for helping me out, because it's a lot of shit. But yeah, here are the amplifiers, guitar and bass, all my snare drums, the shelves, all the gear, my drum heads, my books, my, old curriculums, PA system. Got another PA system on the floor here. Got the trusty old chair. Got some other stands. And here's the drum setup right now. So it took me about a day and a half to get everything set up. The mics, the lighting, my camera and everything. So, all the microphones needs to have their own XLR cable, so all the cables were rolled up. My girlfriend rolled up every single cable in my rehearsal space and put them in a bag, and now I've, gotten all the mics out to the drum set, mic'd them up with the cables. It's just a lot of stuff you have to go through, but oh yeah, I also got my, tapestries or whatever you want to call them, my mandala cloth things here in my rehearsal space, just to get a little more fun vibe. But yeah, now the drum set is all set up, and I'm just gonna show you just because it's nerdy drum stuff. But yeah, right now I got the Benny Greb Mark I Beechwood snare set on. Sounds awesome. I've tuned this snare a bit lower, so I might use this for a few other future videos recorded in this space, depending on how long it takes for the workers to get my rehearsal space going. But for those who are curious, so I have a MacBook Pro running Logic Pro X in the laptop. So the Logic is a DAW, or DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. And to Logic, or to my laptop, I got these two MOTU 8 Pre interfaces, audio interfaces. And as you can see behind here, here are all the XLR cables that are connected to the microphones. So they go into the interface. The interfaces is connected via an ADAT optical cable, so that's why I can run 16 channels into Logic. And then right now I'm using 11 out of, usually I use 13 channels, I think it is. But right now I'm running 11 channels. It says 12 because, I've created a drum bus right here, or, a track stack. But yeah, so I'm using 11 channels right now, and on the kit I'm using, as you can see, I'm not using my secondary snare. I usually have a snare right here, but, just to save time, I'm not putting that stuff up. But yeah, for my snare drum, I got the SM57, Shure SM57. Below, I got the SE-X1 microphone. For all the toms, I'm using the Sennheiser MD421. Fantastic microphones. And for overheads, I'm using AKG C414 XLII. Also amazing microphones. So the sound I'm getting right now sounds pretty decent. I like the room so far. On the bass drum, I'm using, on the outside, I'm using another SE-X1 microphone, and inside I'm using the AKG D112, and this one I usually put way inside of the bass drum, so it's almost touching the batter head, but I'm just experimenting right now, so right now I just put it right inside of the resonant hole. And for those of you who wonder, on the front right now, I'm using an Evans EMAD resonant head. On the batter side of the bass drum, I'm using an Evans G2. On the snare drum, I'm using a Remo coated ambassador and a hazy, or ambassador resonance on the bottom. On all the toms, I'm using coated Remo emperors, and on the bottoms of the toms, I'm using clear ambassadors as well. So that's my favorite sound right now. Over there in the shelf, I do have some other drum heads that I'm going to experiment with. I think they're let's see here. I think they're black suede emperors, so they're black drum heads, but they're the same thickness as the Remo emperors. So it's gonna be fun to try that out. It's probably gonna be almost the same sound, but I think the black coating makes the tom resonate just a little bit less. And the cymbal setup right now is very, minimal. I'm using my hi-hat, the 15-inch Paiste Formula 602, Modern Essentials, 8-inch and 10-inch Paiste Signature Dark Energy splashes. Got the 20-inch Signature Traditionals Thin. Got the 22-inch Paiste Modern Essentials Ride. And right here I got another 22-inch Thin, the Paiste Masters Thin. So, multifunctional cymbal, works great as a ride and a crash. But yeah, this is the space I'm living in right now when it comes to my drumming. So, it's a bit smaller than my usual space, but it works. At least there's no water leaks, so that's good. All right, you guys, that's it. Now you know the update. So things like this happens, but I'm super thankful for all the support I've gotten on Instagram, here on YouTube. You just got to be a little bit patient. I am going to create more content, but it's just going to take some time because this week has been rough, to say the least. So I am going to create content, but I'm just going to need a little bit of a break, So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Keep drumming. Never stop doing it. Keeping the beat. Good luck with your drumming, everyone. And thank you for watching. See you soon.